Hi, this is Zach here with the Bulletin Board Heroes here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Wednesday, the 3rd of January. Starting off with the FTSE 100, which looks as though it's peaked out towards 7,800, not confirmed yet, but the RSI is struggling at that uptrend line that we've had there since the end of October, and having not hit that 7,800 level, the May resistance line, there's the risk of a test of support down to 7610, and that February 2022 old resistance line coming in as new support. The positive at the moment is the way that both the 50 and 200-day lines are both rising, and while that's the case, I suppose we have to give the benefit of the doubt in terms of being able to find support above 7,600 and then heading higher. Moving on to the DAX, and here we've had consolidation for various days, but now struggling near the bottom of the range, 16,600. We were allowing down to 16,500 or a bit below because that was the old July resistance. A break of 16,900 would then potentially take us up to the best case scenario target, which is a January 2022 resistance line projection heading for 18,000, which we will be looking for by the end of this month. On the downside, if we do break back below 16,500, it is 16,100, the old August-September resistance. Going on to the Dow, and here not a great start to the year, but not surprising really given the way that we've come up so far so fast. The floor of the channel here, basically the last support there for this market around 37,100. We're looking for a break of 37,900 to take us as high as the top of that rising October trend channel, 39,200 by the end of this month. If we do break back below that 37,000 area, then the next level down would be the initial December resistance, 36,400. But we're hoping that we'll stay within that channel. Moving on to Bitcoin, and here the market, I suppose, consolidating near the highs, the recent highs. We've got that rising trend channel from October. Floor of the channel currently around 43,000, so if we can stay above that, that would be a bonus. And the upside here, still up to 50,000 by the end of this month, while we hold above the 50-day line around 41,000 is probably the stop loss on that. Worth looking at gold as well at the moment, because we're trying to see whether we're going to get that proper leg higher above 2060. 2060, that old May resistance line, that's now become support, and above that we're looking for a journey to the purple line there, which is a late May, June resistance line projection from last year. That is up to 2180, and we're looking for that as soon as the end of this month. Moving on to the stocks, and there's quite a few of them, which is nice, I suppose, to start the year. First one is Armadale Capital, which has hit our initial target there at the top of that broadening triangle from the end of July, 1.1 pence. Above that, we're looking for 1.8 pence as soon as the end of next month, I suppose we've got to say, given that it's quite a long way away in percentage terms. But rising 50-day line, and we should see this speed up once the 200-day line starts rising as well. Moving along to Audioboom, which had a very flashy announcement today in terms of its RNS. Here we had our old target, well, it's the second target actually, the first target was 175. Second around 280, and above 280 we've been looking for 380. And we're hoping for that by the end of this month. The shares have already filled the gap down from June, which was around 280, so that's now becoming new support, and 380 hopefully by the end of this month. Moving along to Angle, where the stars seem to be aligned in terms of the bull argument at the moment. Here we are seeing the shares rise above a rising 50-day moving average, is one of our favorite setups, sideways shuffle above a rising 50-day line. Initial target here around 14.8 pence, and we're looking for up to 23 pence by the end of next month at the top of a broadening triangle from June last year. In fact, the upside value while we hold above that 50-day line at 11 pence. On to a stock which doesn't get much coverage, which is Base Resources, and here we've had a bear trap island reversal gapping down in October and double gap up higher to start 2024. Looking for 10 pence by the end of this month as a minimum at the moment while we're above 8 pence. Next one is Belluscura, where there have been lots of false dawns here in terms of turning around, but this could be the one in the near term in the sense that we're back above the old June support there at 23 pence. We're back above the 50-day line at that level too, and looking for 31 pence by the end of this month, or even much sooner than that. If we do break 31, then we've got a new level up, which would be the line I'm just drawing at the moment, up to 43, maybe by the end of next month, but that is very much a best case scenario target situation. Next up is a stock which has been one of the best performers over the last month. It is Corcel, and here we've had various ideas, but the main one was that we would hit the May resistance line projection there around 0.8. Above 0.8 we were looking for a best case scenario target at a penny, which so far we've been not too far away from. I think we got up to 0.9 earlier today, but a penny valid while we're above 0.8 at the moment on a Corcel. Good to see EDX rising at the moment, especially as it's on the Aquis market. It's always a bonus. Here above the 50-day line at 5.3 pence, looking for 8 pence after, I think, CEO buying there, delivering a bit of decent upside and a nice consolidation there, sort of step movements that we've seen to the upside after that initial break of 3 pence, which was the trigger on the rally. On to GTC, and here you can see that the shares have delivered an bear trap island reversal, so gapping down to new lows and then gapping up again above the 50-day line at just shy of 6 pence, looking for up to 8 3/4 pence by the end of this month, and maybe much more over the course of the initial part of this year. Falling knife situation next in the form of Horizonte, and here actually if you look closely rather than the big decline that we had back in the autumn, you can see that we've had a bear trap gap reversal and unfilled gap to the upside off the lows. A break of the 13 pence area should give us a pretty quick move to 16 pence, and then after that up to 22 pence, maybe as soon as the end of this month. But the key here is, I suppose, getting through that 13.5 pence area over the next session or two. Next up is IGP, which is otherwise known as Intercede, and here you can see that all the near-term targets have been hit. I think 62, 74, and then up to 86. Currently scrambling to find the next target, which should be the line that is showing on the left-hand side of the chart there from July 2021 up to £1.30. So the view at the moment, while we're above recent resistance around 97, 98 pence, looking for £1.30 by the end of this month or even sooner. Next up is NEO, which only came to market recently, but is already sporting a W-shaped reversal. We're also back above the initial November support there at 0.87. The longer we stay above that, at 0.87, the greater the chance of a move up to 1.31, which is the top of that rising November trend channel. Initial target here, the 50-day line at 1.03. On to NFT, another star on the Aquis market, and here you can see that the shares easily hit our old target there at the top of that rising trend channel from February at 2.5 pence. Above 2.5 pence, we're now looking for up to the upper parallel of that rising trend channel at 4 pence by the end of next month or even sooner. Decent Danish update, I think it was, from Ondo this morning, and here you can see that the shares have bounced off a rising 50-day line, which is normally a decent consolidation and also signal of a leading indicator to the upside. Here we've got a rising trend channel from June, top of the channel there at 44 pence. We're looking for that by the end of next month, while we're above the current price channel floor there at 22 pence. On to the last few. First one is QBT, otherwise known as Quantum Blockchain, and here it could be interesting. We've got a rising 50-day line, and we've had a gap higher from below a rising 50-day line. That suggests to me that the shares are ready for a new leg to the upside, maybe one which will be as spectacular as the one we saw in October, but an end-of-day close above the 50-day line at 1.83 pence could give us a retest of the 3 pence area by the end of next month or even sooner. Rockfire is next, and again, one of those situations, I think I'm the only person championing the shares. Here we've had a bull flag breakout, mid-move consolidation breakout above the 200-day line at 0.29. We're looking for 0.4 pence by the end of this month. Only back below 0.25, really delaying the upside scenario on that situation. On to Sareum, which is also doing well at the moment. Here you can see that we've had a bear trap gap reversal. We had a gap close buy signal in the middle, towards the end of last month, around 57 pence. Above 57 pence, we're now looking for up to £1 by the end of next month, especially while we remain above that 50-day line at 61 pence. So the decent situation there, although the initial target, I suppose, obviously is October resistance around 80 pence. Finish on with VAST, which normally whenever I look at it, there's a fundraise the next day, but at least in terms of the charting, we've got a broadening triangle base from the end of October. End of day close above the 50-day line at 0.13, and we could be looking at 0.23 by the end of this month, but a decent turnaround there so far in terms of the candles at least. That's it from me today. More updates tomorrow.